It's your boy Jay back with another reaction video. Whatever's on the noggin, where we sit here and talk about whatever's on the noggin. It'd be a true blessing if you could subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button below. You see that bell icon in the corner. Hit it so you can be notified when my videos drop. And as always, giving credit to the content creator of these videos and RIP to the Godfather as well. Let's get into it.
Dating so hard.
Social media got these chicks thinking that they got something they don't have. So they only fuck with niggas who got bread.
Jersey.
And then turn around and be mad
Jersey.
when them type of dudes who got a bunch of money want every bitch. These same bitches will turn around and pay Chris Brown $1,000 to take pictures with him.
Which is fucking crazy as hell. Would you pay $1,000 to see Chris Brown to sit on his lap?
Hell no.
Fucking stupid.
Feel me? See, they hold on. They charge broke niggas to chill with them. But the more money you got, the less you gotta spend. See, women,
like he said, they charge broke niggas to spend with them, but these dummy ass niggas, they don't charge them nothing to come clap the cheeks or whatever, and then they mad at everybody. Everybody the fucking problem.
only want to deal with dudes who don't have no opinion. That's why you see a lot of these bad chicks with these goofy ass, soft ass niggas who ain't gonna challenge them on nothing, who ain't gonna ask them no questions. Any man that got his own shit taken care of, don't need their money, don't need their pussy. They don't want to deal with a nigga like that.
Exactly.
They want a nigga that they could talk to crazy and disrespect them because they don't want no structure. They scared of real men, you feel me? Because a real man ain't gonna let them talk crazy and do all that goofy dumb shit.
So
That's
modern
right.
day men are more feminine, more than ever.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Don't no man want a female that don't listen. I'm gonna
Facts.
be 100. If you like to go back and forth, you like to argue, and you wanna, ain't nobody finna fuck with you. Not for real. You ain't finna be nothing but a skeezer. We ain't gonna call you and he needs something. That's just about the end of it. You not finna be no wife.
Right.
You ain't finna be retained. And if you like, well, fuck it. Oh, I'm for the streets anyway. Well, shit, don't be one of them how that be 50 in the club. 30 trying to sell it for a low dollar on my mama. So learn to be quiet. You gonna keep your man.
That's
I ain't
right.
lying to ask any man that tell you. Can't better telling the truth.
Refrain from the woman who can't obey you, who refuses to obey you. Yes, I said obey. Obey means to be in agreement, to go in the same direction as, okay? To comply, to grant a wish or a request, all
That's
right?
right.
And you need a woman that will do that. Look, let me tell you something. You need to be with a woman who is so humble, understanding, kind, and caring and loving that
Totally
she can't
agree.
wait to surrender to you. Okay, because to be honest, a wise woman is only going to choose a good man anyway. So if a woman is with a
You agree with that? A wise woman can choose a good man anyway?
Yeah, to fit her needs.
I agree.
good man and she can't listen, well, she really shouldn't have been on his radar in the first place. She shouldn't have been nowhere near that man because that man is so serious about himself that he ain't playing with nobody.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You want a woman that can comply, a woman that can obey, a woman that can surrender, who can be humble, can submit, who can agree, who can be in sync, who can harmonize. If you don't, man, you asking for trouble. Okay, get rid of the women that call you boy. Boy bye, boy please, boy gone.
I agree.
Man, you better stay the farthest away from them women. For real, because they don't talk to their boss like that. They don't talk to their daddy and God like that. But they talk to you like that because they don't think that you're a man. They don't think
And there's no respect.
True.
So
that you're respectable. Okay? And so they'll address you as everything but that. Stay away from them.
I don't care how up your life is. I don't care how bad your credit is. You could be living on your homeboy's couch, working at Burger King right now, walking to work. You can get better. I've been there. People like, man, look at that suit. Look at this. Look, bro, I got to tell you if
I totally agree with what he's saying because I came from a broken place and a down place, being out there on the streets. A lot of people will look at me and be like, damn, Jay, you never was out here. I lived in a shelter. I lived in abandoned houses. Yeah, me, because you look like, damn, he got it all. Well, he like he doing good for himself. But that took work within myself too, and to bring that connection between me and God back relevant. That way he could start blessing me with the things, and I had to stop being a knucklehead and doing dumb shit. So I totally agree with the Godfather. Like he said here and said, no matter what situation you in as a man, you can always step by step get yourself up out of that. So I totally agree.
got stuff that I'm just not gonna put on YouTube, but I'll just tell you, I have been at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom behind some simping and behind some bad life choices.
Me too. Like he said, behind some simping.
Symbology.
Yeah. So I said, hey, got to stop the simping. And you got to tell these dudes got to stop simping, because you can get the pussy without the simping. But a lot of these guys want to be fucking a super saver hoe. Let's save a hoe. Or these women want to be build a nigga, like build a bear, like some roadblocks or some shit like that, building blocks. No.
It won't end well for them to be used.
And never ends well. Then they always go back and want to go back to the past. Like, damn, I once had a good person. I had this person right here. It's too late. That person fucking in Hawaii living his life. You know what I'm saying? Them days over.
All legal, but just, man, everybody goes. But you know when it started getting better for me is when I decided, it's like, you know what? Only place to go is up.
That's
Get
it.
better. Life is still up to.
Would you date? So you dating a woman with children is like off the table for you?
I married a woman with a child, ma'am. I understand what I'm talking about. I'm not just doing. No, I would not date a woman with a child. No, I would not.
Gotcha.
I've been there.
That's
and
right.
The thing is, where's the children's father?
Oh, I left him.
Where is he alive?
Yeah.
Is he involved in the children's life at all?
Yeah.
Then, if you really are serious, give custody to the father. Go off with your new husband and make a new family.
They ain't finna do
No,
that.
I couldn't do that.
Well, then guess what? Buy a dog and wait till they're out of the house, man, because I talk about women like you all the time. I pick you and your kids when I know your kids are not going to. I'm not their father. They'll
true.
never look at me as their father. I got all the responsibility and none of the upside of being a biological father. Can I discipline those children like they were my own?
They don't need discipline. They're very
I see.
great
That's your
friends.
problem. There you go, right there. She said they don't
really
need discipline.
don't.
Okay, this
My
is
kids
why.
are so
This is
great.
why. This is you are in freaking sane if you don't think children, your kids are not special.
Damn,
They
no.
need
No
discipline
kid.
just like anyone else. Maybe you don't. Okay,
Kids need
and this is the
discipline.
problem. They don't need discipline. So the answer is, could I discipline the child?
Yeah.
Okay, without you questioning me.
Yeah. If I choose you as my partner, like have complete trust in you. and,
Okay,
like,
so I
love
could spank the children.
10. They don't need spanked.
No. I could spank the see right there. I said I could discipline children. You said yes.
Spanking. Oh.
Pay
Lord.
attention, woman.
I am.
You said I could discipline the children without you questioning me. Yes. So if I decide to spank them, I gotta listen to your mouth because they don't need it. That's why you need to stay single until your kids are gone. That's the choice you made.
And I totally agree with what he's talking about, because for the guy that comes in with women that have 2 and 3 kids, for one of them kids that never respect you putting them, it's a lose situation for the guy that's coming in there, because he got to now come out of his pocket with his resources to damn take care of some snot-nosed kids that's not even really effing his. You get what I'm saying? And them kids won't respect you. You can't punish them. You can't say nothing to them. So there's no upside for the guy to come in there, to come into a situation with a woman that that have children. Do you agree?
Yeah, that sounds like too much work. Who want to sign up for that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In the society we live in now, who wouldn't do that? Come on, man.
When you reproduced, man. And I need you.
Go back to your baby daddy.
That'll work.
That'll work. Like, why did she get rid of him? Probably for some
Nothing good.
Nothing good. Most of these women off the chain, man.
Ladies to understand something. You going out here having babies without marriage and then breaking up with men, you incurred consequences. We don't want those kids around us because we cannot take care of them, cannot discipline them.
And to ask women to settle in that this guy's a guy, but he doesn't intellectually stimulate you. You guys aren't aligned spiritually.
That is not our job. It has never been. We're not your friend. When we want intellectual stimulation, we go out with our friends.
With our friends.
We're not your friends.
We're not your friends.
We're your husband.
We're your husbands.
We don't
That's
like
right.
you like that.
He said we don't like you like that.
Then you start laughing.
Yeah, because that's the truth. You get what I'm saying? These women, you know, they get married and think that the guy's supposed to satisfy all her needs. No. You're supposed to have some type of friends to stimulate you or whatever. I'm your husband. I'm provide and protect and be somewhat of a friend, not 100% of your friend. Like you can't do that.
I'll be honest, we don't like y'all like that. We love you, but we don't like you like that.
Exactly.
Most women don't realize how annoying you are to us. Y'all aren't funny. Y'all don't understand the stuff that we like. You want us to do what you do. It's like, well, go with your girlfriends to do that shit. Then the second one, you say you're not spiritually aligned. Well, that's different. Who's supposed to convert?
That's between her and God.
Is a man supposed to convert?
Like he said, who's supposed to convert? Do the guy got to convert to her God?
No, she's supposed to follow the man.
There, ding, ding, ding. That's the problem.
God, Christ, man and woman.
Say it again.
God, Christ, man and woman.
That's order, right?
It's the order of it.
Okay. Whether I like it or not, that's the order of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To your religion?
I agree.
He's going to enjoy to share all
No,
of
ma'am.
it.
No, ma'am.
He's
Make the
gonna
math
enjoy
make
it.
No,
He's
don't give me
gonna
the
fall in
feelings.
love
Don't give me
with
the feelings. Make the math make sense. You got 2 children, 2 fathers. That's 4 people he has to share you with. That's 1 woman split between 2 kids, 2 fathers. That's
And
1
it's
man.
not gonna
This is
be
what it
no
looks like,
big
ma'am.
drama.
This is what it looks like. 1 man, 1 woman, 2 kids, 2 men. Look, chick.
Look, chick.
Don't get mad at me because you sound crazy.
Absolutely.
He shared you with these 2 men.
Yes.
And now you got to share you with 2 kids.
Yes. 2 great kids. 2 well-behaved kids.
And see, and the thing is, man, what you don't.
Nobody care about how well behaved your kids is. Like he said, I got to share you with the 2 kids and the 2 men. You get what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be in the kid's life. I can't tell you not to. And then anything that I'm pouring into these kids is I'm not leaving no legacy. I'm leaving a legacy for another man. You get what I'm saying? Anything that I do for a chick that has another kid, I'm pouring in that man legacy because them kids don't belong to me.
Yeah.
So.
2 loving kids.
What you don't, and that's nice. Man, I'm not saying anything about your children.
I know.
But the fact of the matter is, a man doesn't have to. You would be lucky to get a man. And that's the problem.
That's most of these women to be lucky to get a man. Most.
And this is the problem, lady. Everybody listening. Women like you, man, have been told and made to believe that your value is higher than a man. To where even when you do things that we all know lowers your value, that you still think it doesn't change. And a man still needs to come in and pay the highest price, meaning monogamy and potentially marriage with you.
Yes.
But you're not coming in at an untouched level.
You know what? He's going to enjoy.
See, what you ladies don't seem to understand is you want to ask for more from the next guy than you did for the guy who got you when you were younger and hadn't had any children.
That's the problem.
And it's unreasonable. Would you?
That's a problem. Like he said, these women want to ask for the new guy, give him a higher standard than they gave the old guys that wham bam, thank you ma'am, and knock these people up. Us guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Look in this camera when I say this. Us guys are waking up. We not finna just give our fucking lives away, our souls or our resources to a kid that don't belong to us to elevate the legacy of that bum baby daddy or husband or whoever you done got a divorce from to feed into his legacy. That's not gonna happen. And for the guys out here simping, stop fucking simping because y'all look stupid. Y'all do all this shit for these women when a guy like me could just come through easy. The money you give that woman, she's spending that shit on me. That's what simping means. You got, I hit the pussy. So did 100 other people too. Think about it. Think about it in terms like this. Like we went to the store. It's a pack of meat up there. 80-20 up there. Pack of meat. I get it for $1. You simp niggas got to get it for $100. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference. So we got to stop the simping.
Would you marry a man making $45,000 a year?
Hell no.
Crickets.
Why is this big pause?
Straight crickets.
Close to it, sure. If he had ambition.
Sure. If had ambition. Shut up.
Satisfied with that type of complacency.
The lies.
Then you screwed yourself. Most men earn around $50,000.
Here, yeah.
And what you just said is fully half of the country of men of all races are insufficient to a woman who's older with a child. That's insane.
Who filed for divorce? Who filed for divorce? Who filed for divorce?
I can't necessarily.
Who filed for divorce?
I did.
Thank you. It's not a very hard question. You filed for divorce.
Well, in that
you filed for the ma'am. You just filed for divorce. That's all I'm asking.
But tell
You
me
filed,
you
no,
think I
ma'am.
was
You
wrong
filed for
with
divorce.
my-
You filed for divorce.
I
You filed. You
married
filed for
him.
divorce. You filed for. You picked him. You married him.
Your
picked
decision.
him, You filed for divorce. Like I said, again, you can't make this shit up. You didn't pick the right the first time. You should have been picking somebody without a job, getting married, and then you wrecked your own home. You left a man who didn't have a job. You knew what he
had
was.
potential.
I don't care. This is what I mean. You guys pick on potential and shit.
And don't take
This
accountability.
is what I say. College educated, independent, earner, making these kind of decisions. You'd be better off if a man would be able to direct you. But this is the first go round. You said you had therapy. If you've had therapy, then that means you should, if you work the process, you should be making better decisions afterwards. And now you're in a relationship of 4 years and you still ain't married.
Damn.
The only common denominator in all this chaos
is you.
Your child. How is a single mother's child an asset to another man? Come on, accountant.
Only in the legacy that she lives and leaves.
But she's not an asset to me because there's no DNA tied to me. She's 9 years old. That man would be putting into your baby daddy's
legacy. That's right.
I would be paying it. That's a bad investment.
Ooh.
It's your investment, but I've been a stepfather. I can't go get the money back that I put into my stepson.
But
it's gone. Well, all the dollars I put into that, even though it was there, I have to accept the fact that it didn't go into my daughter's mouth.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Because as stepfathers, you have no legal claim.
I'm actually getting a divorce. So yeah, hopefully one day again.
You're getting a divorce?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because my husband is 27, 6'6", and has resources, and a lot of women like that.
Hold on. So you getting a divorce because your husband 27 and 6'6"? There's more to this story than that.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, there's more to this shit than that.
I asked you why you're getting divorced, and you said because your husband's tall and your age?
No, I'm saying because he's financially stable and he had lots of options and explored those options.
Okay.
How we know?
Could you just make it a straight answer? 'Cause I'm not understanding.
Infidelity. How often
did you cheat?
I didn't cheat. He did.
Well, ma'am, I hate to break this to you. But at 27, 6'6",
resources.
You do realize that men who have resources and options, that's going to be with any man that has resources. We have options.
That's right.
I'm 5'4" 3/4.
Your size?
What?
I'm a small. I'm probably at maybe a 1-2.
Okay. And if you ranked yourself, honestly, if you ranked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you
10.
rank? Yeah, let's get back to reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not in reality.
I'm
you're
in
not
reality.
A 10. You're not in reality. If you're gonna be a 10, we can end this. That's not reality. You're not a supermodel.
So what do you base?
He said, if you could be a 10, we could end this. You could be a 10, we could end this shit right now. Not even Beyonce a 10. She a 8. You know what I'm saying? A 10 to be like a supermodel or something. Come on. I'm a 10. Shut up.
You didn't finish the question. 10.
Stupid.
Okay, man. Check the attitude. Check the attitude. Let me just go ahead and say this. This bullshit that's running around with black women, they call yourself a 10, never say you don't. That is some of the most destructive psychobabble that's going around.
Psychobabble.
Black women need to be more humble. And you're a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That's not humility.
That's not.
Well, for one, I know that I was made in God's image, and
And wrong. You're made in the man image. Newsflash, the men are made in God image. Just a little lesson.
I know he's not perfect, ma'am.
Right.
So everybody's a 10.
I'm not gonna get up here and call myself a 4 or a 2 because I'm definitely.
Well, let me. If you're gonna tell me you're a 10, you're a 10.
I'm a Christian woman.
No. I said physically. You can be a Christian woman, but this.
The last couple of weeks, I've talked to women across the board, and I'm going to tell you, the women that matter, the kind of women that you want, gentlemen, one thing that women hate more than anything else is being bored.
Just being bored.
And when you don't cheat, you're boring. When you don't cheat, you're boring.
That's crazy.
When you are at home up under her butt, sniffing up under her, telling her that she's everything you want her to be, she'll love that for about that long, and then next thing you know, she'll be shebang-a-banging your best friend.
And that's the reason why most of the relationships don't last, and it's a cycle with these women. They want to blame the man, but it's honestly a cycle with the women that keep on doing this toxic cycle. And like I said, it's only out of 100% of the man, there's only 15% of the man that all these women are having sex with. Mm-hmm. So out of 100%, and y'all can pull up these statistics yourself, out of 100 men, only 15% of the men are they the only ones that's having sex continually with all these women that you see out here in the projects or whatever with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids, and expecting the government to help them or taxpayer dollars to help them, which that shit is coming to an end. Because nobody should be, okay, let's have a baby so the government can help us out, when actually that's coming out of our taxpayer dollars. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? That shit coming to an end. But no, like you saying, women love to cheat. That they find it boring if you up under them sniffing their ass and all that shit. If it ain't no drama, if it ain't nothing exciting.
A lot of women like that toxicity. It keeps them going, pretty much.
Damn. It's like bad energy keeping them going.
Yes, it's like the drama's the thrill of it, you know?
Crazy.
So, I didn't make women the way they are. I don't write the rules. I don't have the software, but one thing that I know is that a man who is cheating on his woman has a woman who is involved. What I mean? For the last couple
all you gotta do, Miss Dummy, is go to the supermarket. That's your biggest trick.
Miss Dummy.
Come back, throw it in the microwave. Oh, 3 minutes, Going back to looking at your favorite soap. And here come this stuff out of the microwave. Got my hot sauce. And all you do, put a little hot sauce on it, a little ketchup. And you good to go. To hell. To the doctor. And soon to the cemetery. You don't know who cooked it. You don't.
He said that you're good to go to hell, to go to the doctor, to go to the cemetery.
Eating that microwave food.
But he was making a point. The women have an easy job. Just go to the supermarket. They don't cook anymore. They throw the shit in the microwave. Mm-hmm. Put a little bit of ketchup, hot sauce on it. And you good. Like he said, to go to hell. To go to the grave.
You don't know what kind of nasty kitchen it came out.
That's true.
You don't know what they did with the vegetables before they got to your mouth. You didn't realize, sister, When you said to this man, I do, there's a difficulty factor here in coming together. The wedding is just solemnizing your word. It don't mean you're married. To be married means to be united. To be in unity means that two people have to struggle to overcome difficulty.
Yeah, wedding is like a party.
And the struggle to overcome difficulty, to become one, is what brings the character out of a man and a woman. And that's why Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said marriage is 50%. It is 50% of what makes you what you are. Because you don't really know what you are till you got a woman.
I agree with that.
And you don't know what you are till you got a man. And you give your commitment, I'm going to make it with you. But you lie. You don't really mean that thing. For better, for worse. All this, I love you, I love you, and I love you, and I love you. Then some difficulty arises. And the difficulty is so great, it extinguishes the light of your desire to be with this woman. Or to be with, I didn't know he was like that. So you're going to bring it on, I didn't know. Well, you see, I thought. And I didn't see. Maybe I was blinded by love. I didn't know. He didn't wash his socks. I didn't know. That he was lazy like that. I didn't know she didn't want to cook. I didn't know. Now you found out. Then what? There's some difficulty. Well, hell, I'm running out of this.
You can't do
Go
that.
ahead and run away from it. Then tell me you want to meet with God. You're a liar. You are a liar. You can't meet with the Lord of creation except you come through difficulty.
I agree with the women because we're made in the image of God. The closest thing, like that woman, I forgot her name, intellectual woman, had to come to me. Like she said, the closest thing that these women that ever get to God is with your man, with that black man, because we made in the image of God. So when people sit here and say, I love God, you can't love God because you disrespect the image of God that you see every day, which is the black man.
And if you can't take some difficulty with one another, how will you ever approach God?
It's true.
Ain't gonna be no easy road getting to Peter at no gate. Even though that's symbolic talk, I wish I had time to explain it. You really lying to yourself. You don't want nothing that ain't easy. So when I got married, I didn't know how to give my wife
I agree with this.
the duty of a real husband. Because a wife satisfied a human need, a biological need, and a psychological need, but she never could go deep enough to satisfy the soul because the soul longs for God.
That's right.
You got to understand what's happening in your life. So men look like they're selfish. They look like they don't care, sisters. But it's not that they don't care. Their soul is in flight, searching for something that you can never give a man. There's not a woman born that can rest a man's soul.
That's right. And I agree with that because it goes back, what's the order?
God, Christ, man, and woman.
So we seek, so y'all seek a man that gives y'all everything. So for us, we can't get comfort. Like we could get comfort, but not the comfort for the soul that we need from the women. We have to seek that from Christ.
Yeah, we get comfort in man, but ultimately God and Christ. You know,
for
everybody's.
For everybody, but for the man specifically, we yearn. Our soul yearn for the Lord. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Y'all soul yearn for the Lord too, but it's yearning for a man because y'all made in the image of us. We're made in the image of God. So our soul yearns for God like y'all soul yearns for a man. Now, whether it's the right man or if it's the right God that these people are serving, that's something on another list that we could talk about. But I agree with what he's saying.
His soul can only rest in his creator. And there's not a man born that can rest a woman's soul.
It's true.
Her soul can only rest in the creator. Oh, yes. So unless God is in your life, you soon tire of each other.
That's right.
Unless the worship of the Creator is real in your life, you soon become disenchanted with each other.
Yep. You agree with that?
People change up on you.
Meaning if God ain't in the center or somebody like that, they'll eventually get bored with each other. The cheating and stuff will start to happen, and that's when the separation will start to happen. Only God keeps the relation, like the glue keeps the relationship, because then it's more respects that you have to think, even if I want to go out here and cheat or go out here and do this, now I got to respect my man because God commands me to. You get what I'm saying?
Everything goes back to the scriptures. If you reflect back on that, on marriage, then you won't have no questions, no doubt.
Exactly.
And when they change up on you like that, something has happened in the relationship.
Oh yeah. When a
My
love
mother used to
relationship
have a
has
saying,
changed.
Milk once sour, never sweet again.
I like that, what he said his mama used to say. Milk that gone sour, never sweet again. Like if you had some milk and it goes sour, you can never make that milk back.
Yes, it's done.
It's done for. So I agree. Damn, that's
I
deep.
don't know whether that's a good saying where love is concerned.
Damn.
You might want to talk to her and ask her, tell her you've noticed these things. And you want to know what's happening. And she might just tell you, I don't want you no more. And you don't have to say, what can I do? Time to move on.
So that's how you can do.
And I'm going to tell you, brother, it takes two to love. And,
I don't agree with that, though.
Huh?
I don't agree with that. You can fall out of love with somebody, but you have to work to get that back. You know, you can if you want to.
Like he said, it takes two.
Mm-hmm.
It takes two. It can't come from one side. You get what I'm saying? If the two people not on agreement on the same string or the same chord with one another, it's not gonna work.
That's true.
Regardless, if I want somebody back so bad, if they don't want me, it's not gonna work.
Takes two. Yeah.
Takes two.
Start turning all the way around. You have to, if you can patch it, fine, but don't be no fool.
That's right. Like you said, if you can patch it up, then that's cool. If not, don't be no simp. That's what that's basically saying. Don't be no simp.
If it's changed up on you, then there's somebody out there that will love you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how quick people change up on you, brother. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said you can turn devil overnight. What does it mean? That your mind can be snatched by an evil force or power if you're weak-minded.
Dating so hard. I agree with that. You get what I'm saying? If you weak-minded, I feel like the devil can snatch your mind up and have you doing. If you don't have God in your life, then you're vulnerable anyway.
Vulnerable, yeah.
You vulnerable anyway. That's what I say to it. But
you're sitting duck.
Sitting up. What you think about this lesson? This was good.
It was good. It had a lot of different perspectives on relationships and love and stuff.
I agree. Well, that's it for another video. Like I said, it'll be a true blessing if you could subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button below. You see that bell icon in the corner. Hit it so you can be notified of my videos when they drop. And me and Michelle are out. Peace, love, safety. We're out.